Dear students, welcome to our class. Today I am going to discuss with you the recommendations of various commissions and policies regarding aims and objectives of secondary education. Okay, after independence of India, there are two commissions and one policy which gave recommendation regarding secondary education commission. So the first commission was Secondary Education Commission. So now I am going to discuss with you the recommendations of Secondary Education Commission regarding aims and objectives of secondary education. Okay, Secondary Education Commission was formulated in 1952-53, and this commission is also known as Mudaliar Commission. Okay, Secondary Education Commission or Mudaliar Commission. Okay, Secondary Education Commission is also known as Mudaliar Commission because it is known as Mudaliar Commission because the chairman of this commission was Dr. Lakshman Swamy Mudaliar. According to his name, this commission is known as Mudaliar Commission. So now I am going to discuss with you the recommendations of Secondary Education Commission or Mudaliar Commission of 1952-53 regarding aims and objectives of secondary education of India. Okay, so now let's go to the topic. Please open your book. And so the first recommendation was development of democratic citizenship. Okay, development of democratic citizenship. Here, as a citizen of democratic country, each and every person should be aware of his rights and duties and also should be self-dependent. And only proper education and teaching can do this. So, according to Secondary Education Commission, the main aims and objectives of secondary education is to develop the democratic citizenship. To develop the democratic citizenship, it means to develop some qualities. Okay, democratic citizenship development means development of some qualities such as healthy attitude, acquisition of social skills, tolerance, patriotism, cooperation, discipline, social justice, interest of new ideas, love for country, etc. Okay, this is the first point or first recommendation given by Secondary Education Commission. Then next one is improvement of vocational efficiency. Okay, second one is improvement of vocational efficiency. Secondary education should be able to create a mode of respect among the students for work, to understand the value of work, to develop the technical skills, etc. So, as a democratic country, the vocational education is a very important part of secondary education, and therefore Secondary Education Commission give emphasis or importance on development of vocational efficiency, and therefore here this commission try to create a mode of respect among the students for work, to value the work, to develop the technical skills, etc. And according to this commission, in the secondary level, stress should be given on handicraft and productive work. So in the secondary level, the students must given the knowledge of handicraft and productive work. Agriculture, commerce, technical education and other effective subjects should be included into the curriculum so that the students should be able to adopt any profession or business or to join any technical institute for further training. So this means in the secondary level, our education system should be give importance on the vocational curriculum. Okay. So our next point is point number 3, that is development of personality. Okay, development of personality. Here, secondary education must aim at the development of creative talent and adequate personality to the students. So, secondary education must give emphasis on the development of personality, and therefore they should be trained to preserve and conserve their social heritage, and therefore art, music, dance, handicraft, etc. should be included into the curriculum. So, for the personality development, in our curriculum, art, music, handicraft work must be included, so that they can help the students to acquire of knowledge of their heritage and culture. And this is the personality development. And our next point is point number 4, that is development of qualities of leadership. Okay, leadership quality development. As a democratic country, leadership quality is a very much important aspect for a student, and therefore, according to this commission, the chief objectives of secondary education should be provide knowledge of discipline and leadership among the students, therefore thereby to be able to lead socially, politically and culturally. So in a democratic country, leadership quality is most important, and therefore this education commission give importance on development of leadership quality, so that the students can lead socially, culturally and politically. Here, secondary education should help the practice of discipline to provide clear concept and knowledge of social issues, increase technical efficiency, so that the future generation would be able to lead profoundly in the field of literature, art, science, agriculture, commerce, etc. So this is development of leadership quality. And next one is point number 5, that is development of innate power. Okay, development of innate power. Here, this education must develop students' higher thinking ability and creative talent, which can help them for development of their innate power. Development of their innate power means development of our creative ability. Okay, every student have some creative ability inherent them. So this commission give importance on development of this innate qualities. Innate qualities or creative qualities means someone must be interested in music, dance, poem, etc. So development of such qualities means development of innate qualities. And our next point is point number 6, that is quality development of education. Okay, quality development of education, it means give the quality education. Here, secondary education maintains the qualitative standard of primary education and higher education, and it prepares the students for primary level for the education of secondary level, and the talented students for higher education. So secondary education commission or the education must try to prepare the students for primary level. The primary level students prepare for the secondary level education, and the secondary level or the talented students are prepared for the higher education. So this means the quality development of education. Okay, these are the 6 points given by Secondary Education Commission or Mudaliar Commission. In your book, there are almost 15 points regarding aims and objectives of secondary education given by Mudaliar Commission. But I only discussed with you 6 points. Okay, I discussed with you only 6 points, and if you have any problem regarding the rest of points, then please contact with me. Okay, thank you. Now I am going to our next topic or next commission, that is Kothari Commission. Okay, so recommendation of Kothari Commission 1964-66 are regarding democratic education. So Kothari Commission was established or formulated in 1964 to 66. So this commission gave some important recommendation regarding democratic education. Okay, here are 4 recommendations. So first of all, the first recommendation is education and productivity. Okay, education and productivity. Here, according to this commission, secondary education is related to productivity and expansion of education, and which lead to increase the national income of the nation. So according to this commission, secondary education is related to productivity, and productivity always increase or develop our national income. Therefore, for this purpose, science education, work experience, vocational education have to be introduced into education. So this commission advised that in the secondary level education, there should be introduced science education, work-based education, and vocational education, etc. So this is the education and productivity. The next one is national and social integration. According to Kothari Commission, secondary education should help to establish national and social integrity. So this commission advised to secondary education to help the development of national and social integrity. To meet this objective, it suggested on establishment of common schools for general education. So this commission give recommendation or give importance on establishment of common schools. Common school means where all the students can go for learn. All the students, that means there is no discrimination regarding boys and girls, regarding any language, any culture, any race, any region, etc. And it stressed the introduction of compulsory education, compulsory social and national service on the mother tongue. And this commission advised to teach the students about language, culture, history, philosophy, religion, and also give a knowledge about the interrelation between national integration and international understanding. So this commission give very much importance on national and social integration, that means national and social understanding. Then the third point is education and modernization. Okay, you can see here education and modernization. And according to this commission, the chief objectives of education is to create a curiosity among the students to develop their choices and thinking capacity and to acquire a system of acquisition of knowledge. So this commission give importance on the development of thinking capacity of the students and the acquired a system of acquisition of knowledge. And the commission suggested that one significant objective of education is the progress of modernization. Okay, and this can be fulfilled through the rise of value and development of reasoning capacity. So this commission said that one main objective of secondary education should be progress of modernization, and modernization should be happen if there is given value education and reasoning, if try to develop the reasoning capacity of the students. And therefore the commission advised to keep pace with the progress and development of modernization through the expansion of secondary education. So this commission give very much importance on progress of modernization. Modernization development means the development of value education, development of the reasoning capacity of the students. And the last one is that is social, moral and spiritual values. This commission opined that another objective of secondary education is to form healthy and sound character of the students. Okay, this is very much important point of education, that education should give importance on the development of healthy and sound character of the students, and through the development of social, moral and spiritual values. And so in schools, importance should be given on teaching this aspect. So for the development of healthy character or sound character, there should be given the social and moral and spiritual education. Okay, social moral education always try to develop our moral character, and social aspect also try to develop our social character and spiritual character also. So these are the 4 recommendations of Kothari Commission regarding the aims of democratic education. This is the second commission of independent India. And then our next point is new education policy of 1986. Okay, so the recommendation of new education policy of 1986 regarding aims of education. Okay, here also almost 11 points, but I want to discuss with you only 6 points. So the first point is the government will adopt proper financial policy so that every student of the country, irrespective of caste, religion, gender, place, will acquire high quality education. And so government will adopt proper financial policy. Okay, they adopt a proper financial policy so that every student can get higher education system or higher quality of education. And general school system formulated by education policy of 1968 would be more active and fruitful. The next point is according to national education policy, 10 plus 2 plus 3 formula would be adopted in the all over the India. Okay, according to this commission or this policy, national education policy, the education structure should be of 10 plus 2, 10 plus 2 plus 3. Okay, This is the structure of whole education system, and here the first 5 years of 10 years will be primary. Okay, 10 plus 2 plus 3, this is the main formula, main structure of whole education system. And for the 10 years, okay, 5 years of this 10 years would be primary. Okay, 10 years, the 5 years of this 10 years would be primary, and 3 years will be upper primary, and last 2 years will be secondary education. So 5 plus 3 plus 2, 5 plus 3 plus 2, this means this 10 years. Okay, this is lower primary 5 years, this is upper primary, and plus 2 is secondary education. Then next, plus 2 will be higher secondary education. This plus 2, 10 plus 2, this will be higher secondary education, and plus 3 will be college education, and this plus 3 will be college education. This is the according to the National Education Policy. This is the educational structure of our India. The next point is the national system of education will be based on a national curriculum framework, and which contains a common core along with other components. So this education policy try to introduce a national system of education, and through these components different progressive and developing programs will be taken for the development of values. Okay, national system of education try to develop the values, and such as cultural heritage, quality, secular, equal rights for men and women, preservation of environment, national integrity, relief from poverty, acceptance of ideal of small family, creation of scientific attitude among the India. So this national system of education included all the aspect of which is very much important for our good and healthy livelihood. So this means this education system include the value education, cultural heritage, equality, secular, equal rights for both men and women, preservation of environment, cultural heredity, national integrity, relief from poverty, idea of small family, creation of scientific attitude, etc. So this is the national system of education. Then I am going to the next point, that is point number 8. Okay, see in the book, that is point number 8. The nation will bear all the expenditure necessary for universalization of primary education. So for the universalization of primary education or compulsory primary education, whatever cost will be, all the cost bear the nation or the government. And primary education, progress of education, reduces of inequality, increases of adult literacy, research in science and technology, etc. So in this regard, universalization of primary education, progress of education, reduces of inequality, increase of adult literacy, research in science and technology, whatever cost will be, the whole cost will be borne by the government or the nation. Then next, see the next point, that is point number 10. A national education system will be organized through the strengthening of UGC AICTE. Here is given AECTE, but it is wrong. AICTE. Then ICAR-IMC. This means the national education system will be organized through the strengthening of some commissions. Okay. So these commissions are, first one is UGC. UGC means University Grants Commission. Okay. Write down this is the UGC, that means University Grants Commission. Then AICTE. Okay, AICTE, All India Council of Technical Education. Okay, All India Council of Technical Education. Then ICAR. ICAR means I for Indian, C for Council, Council of Agricultural Research. Okay, ICAR, Indian Council of Agricultural Research. The next one is IMC, Indian Medical Council. So UGC, AICTE, ICAR, IMC will organize for the improvement of national education system. Then point number 11. National Council of Education, Research and Training, NCERT. National Institute of Educational Planning and Administration, NEEPA, International Institute of Science and Technical Education, IISTE, will be related to the implement of national education policy. So along with UGC, AICTE, ICAR, IMCE, some other commissions also who is give importance on, or who are related with the implementation of national education policy. These abbreviation forms are very much important, so try to remember all this. Okay, all the full form of this abbreviation. Try to remember all the full forms of this abbreviation form. So these are some recommendations given by National Education Policy of 1986. So dear students, today we learn about the recommendation of Secondary Education Commission. The next one is recommendation of Kothari Commission, and the third one is recommendation of National Education Policy regarding the democratic education system, or regarding the secondary education system. Okay. Then if you have any problem or any doubt, then please try to contact me in my WhatsApp, or try to call me. And whatever you have learned from my today's class, please drop me a voice message. Okay. Thank you.